Welcome to Financial Management 5130. So I'm sure you figured out by now I'm your professor for this course. I'm Daphne Rickson, and I believe I've met most of you at the orientation when you were here at St. Mary's. So in addition to teaching this course, I'm also the executive director of our research centers called the Center of Excellence in Accounting and Reporting for Cooperatives. And I teach introductory and third-year cost accounting to undergrad students. I've been at St. Mary's since 2008. Prior to that, I worked in industry as a controller for 20 years. And when I'm not teaching you guys and doing research, I enjoy traveling. I've been to several countries in Asia, quite a bit of Europe, Australia, South America. So I really enjoy traveling, and I still have quite a few countries left on my bucket list. Okay, so how to reach me? My office hours obviously are virtual. I'm available through Skype, and if you want to use GoToMeeting or any other type of communication means, that's fine with me. I'm available by phone, good old phone, of course, always comes in handy sometimes. So just email me to arrange a time. I respond to all emails within 24 hours and usually a lot sooner than that. Okay, so now for the exciting information here. So in terms of the course evaluation, there are 5 quizzes at 6% each, worth 30. The living labs, there are 6 of those, and they're worth 8% each. So that works out to be 48 marks. And keep in mind the breakdown here. It would be 6% for the content, 1% for your response to other postings, and 1% for your communication style in terms of grammar, sentence structure, spelling, etc. And also make sure you use a formal business writing style. Although this is a discussion board, I don't want to see a casual conversational style of writing here. And finally, there will be an individual project due at the end of the term, and that will be worth 22%. So all of that conveniently adds up to 100. So for the textbook, there is a textbook that we're using for the technical accounting piece. So this course is comprised of 2 different elements. One is the technical part of understanding how the financial statements are built up from the transactions, and that's done through the textbook. So the textbook is all online. We're doing chapters 1 to 5 only. So there is a PowerPoint presentation that comes with the textbook. So I advise you to listen to the PowerPoints, and they have voiceovers that accompany them. And a requirement for these 5 chapters is to do the online quiz. So what you'll find typically is the marks are a bit lower in the quizzes than they will be for your discussion board. So, in the overall scheme of things, the marks work out. You get higher marks on the discussion boards and somewhat lower marks on the textbook online quizzes. But the idea with the quiz is that we need to establish if you're mastering some of the technical concepts. So the idea is not to make you accountants, but just to give you an idea of how all of the transactions from the time something is sold until the cash makes its way in and through the system, so you can see how everything is built up to ultimately produce your financial statements. So there's some practice quizzes, but make sure you're picking the one that the self-assessment quiz, the one that's going to be graded. So make sure you pick the right one to do for your assignment. Okay, so next we'll look at the lecture notes, readings and videos. So each module has some additional lecture notes with it, and some are accompanied by readings that you would have to do, readings from various journal articles. So The readings and the lecture notes, that's where we look at the cooperative aspect of accounting and reporting. So the technical debits and credits, all that stuff is covered in through the textbook and the online quizzes. And you may think it's a little outdated, but we've done an extensive search, and periodically we're always out looking to see if there's another product available. But this is the one that best meets the needs of this course. So with the lecture notes and the online and the additional readings, you'll also see very brief videos where I introduce each of the modules. And also in some of the modules I have videos that I have recorded with other experts and thought leaders on various aspects of cooperative accounting and reporting. So now to get into a little bit more detail with each element of the course, we'll look at the living labs. So they're called living labs because you're applying the concepts to your cooperative or credit union, or to another one, depending on the module. You might be asked to choose another cooperative other than your own. So you post your response into the full class discussion board, so everybody in the class sees everybody else's posting. And the minimum requirement is that you respond to at least one. So that's the minimum. Obviously, I'd like you to respond to more than one. And one thing you might want to consider is at the beginning of the course, just look ahead, and there's a look ahead section in the syllabus, so you can see for different modules the type of people you may need to speak with to answer the discussion questions, or the type of information you might need to gather. So rather than making multiple appointments for a meeting with the same person to discuss various modules, maybe you just look at what's required in terms of information from that person throughout all the modules and just have one meeting. So that might be something you'd want to consider. The other thing I want to bring to your attention, obviously with an online program, it's really important that everybody records their or post their response to the discussion questions on a timely basis to give the other students an opportunity to read and respond to it. A large part of the course does depend on you learning from each other and what's happening in different cooperatives in different sectors. Okay, so now moving along, the next topic is about your individual project. So this project is due at the end of the term. However, you're free to start it at any point in time during the semester. In fact, I would encourage you to do that. The project is based on how a cooperative is reporting on the 7 principles of cooperatives and how they might be reporting on the 17 SDGs as identified by the United Nations. Now, I don't expect that all cooperatives are going to be reporting on all 17 SDGs, but I expect that you may find some. In terms of the cooperative, you can use your own cooperative or credit union, or if you wish, you can select any other cooperative. And make sure you read all the details related to the project, and you'll find those in the project file folder. So in terms of how to be successful with this course, it's important to prepare a schedule with your due dates and kind of work backwards, allow sufficient time, build in a little cushion for contingencies, unexpected events, illness, maybe a requirement to work overtime. You know, it's important not to cut it too close, to give yourself sufficient time. And if you do a schedule, you will find you will be a lot less stressed. And don't leave assignments for, you know, the 10 o'clock Sunday night, to try to get them in a little earlier than that. And you know, you should anticipate with technology there's always going to be technical issues, so there could be connection issues or some system issues, so just build in a little extra cushion there. Don't leave it till the last minute. So if you have any issues with the course material, you're having difficulty understanding something, be sure to contact me, let me know, and I'll help you with it. So finally, it's important to keep in touch. If you are experiencing difficulty, maybe you have health or family issues that's impacting your ability to finish your assignments on time, contact me early. Don't leave it. The sooner I know there's an issue, the better, positioned I am to be able to help you come up with an alternate plan. So I hope that you enjoy the course, and I wish you good luck with it. Thanks.